All right, y'all. Ain't no half stepping with Marcus J. is live. We are in the building, back in the den. Last week we were in the mobile den of Brewers Cafe, but we're back in the den of Legacy Internet Radio. Thank you to everybody that is rocking with us tonight. We got a live show. We got a dope show. Everybody listening to us. We got our dating pool diva in for her monthly segment, Diva Diaries. We're going to lead off with that. Of course, we got the light worker segment with our sister, our clairvoyant medium, Shayna Latia, as well as our brother, Lucia. We got a lot to get into. We got the first lady in the building and yours truly, Marcus J. And you're listening to the flagship show of Legacy Internet Radio. Ain't no half stepping with me. And it's starting right now.
It's about that time. It's about that time to get.
Button your lip, open your ears, strap on your thinking cap. Socially conscious talk that's entertaining with a dash of humor and the top sports stories of the week. It's time for Ain't No Half Steppin' with Marcus J.
Sellers has Jordan. Jordan with 2 seconds to go. Puts it up and scores at the buzzer. Michael Jordan has won it for Chicago. Manning lobs it. Burris alone. Touchdown, New York.
Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier. He hits one deep to right center. That ball is out of here. The Yankees win the pennant.
If they lying, then they must be half stepping. Ain't no half stepping with Marcus J. is live. Be down with us tonight at 804-402-2893. Be part of the flagship show, heard live from the den of Legacy Internet Radio. Thanking everybody for rocking with us tonight. We appreciate those folks that are checking in right now already on the Facebook Live. We appreciate you. What's up, Jalil? Oh, my brother Jalil's checking us out. What's up, Lil? Of course, we got our sister Katrina's already checking in. Much love to you guys. Thank you to those folks on TuneIn as well as on Streamer, as well as those folks that are listening to the replays on YouTube and iTunes. Y'all rock with us every single week, and we rolling with y'all. As I already alluded to in the intro, we got a dope ass show tonight. We got a lot that we get into, so I'm not going to waste no time. I'm going to get to the particulars. She joins us every single fourth Monday of the month. She leads us in our Diva Diaries segment. She is our assistant, yours, the dating pool diva. Arthur Charisma is in the building. What's up, sis?
Hey, how you doing?
Chilling. How you doing?
I'm good.
You chilling?
I'm hanging in there.
Word. You having a good day? Is today a good day for you?
Yeah, it was okay.
It was okay.
I survived it.
Yeah. So I'm never going to get like a whole grand endorsement for the day from you. Just, it was okay.
It was okay. I mean, I'm not complaining.
Word.
Yeah.
I was off today. I was off today, so I was chilling.
Yeah, you had a good day.
I did.
Yeah.
And I didn't cuss nobody out today. You'd be so proud of me.
That's definitely a good day.
You'd be
like
so proud
Ice
of me.
Cube, right?
Yeah, no doubt. It was a good day and whatnot. Of course, you hear our sister join us every time she has an opportunity to join us. But tonight she is joining us and leading her segment, the Light Worker segment. She is our sister, our clairvoyant medium. She is our sister, Shayna Latia. What's up, Shayna?
Hi, Marcus.
How are you?
I'm good.
You chilling?
I'm cooling.
You having a good day today?
Today was a great day.
Word. So like Ice Cube for you too. Today was a good day?
It was.
Word. So that's what's up, man. You ready to rock with your segment later on?
You already know.
I already know. Of course, you have our guest with you. He's our brother.
He's our family now.
He is definitely our family now. I can introduce him, but I'm not going to. I'm gonna give you the honors.
Oh, I love you. Thank you, Marcus.
Absolutely.
Tonight I have my brother, Lucia.
How you doing, y'all?
What's up, Lucia?
Glad to be back.
Man, this is your home, man.
Appreciate that.
You welcome whether we doing light workers or not, man. You just come hang out.
For real, I'm about to. Now that my schedule is freeing up on Monday nights a little more.
That's what's up, man. Just let a brother know.
All right.
And you feel like coming through and joining us, then the door is open for you.
Sounds good, man. I appreciate it.
You got it. And, of course, last but not least, before yours truly, can I have a dope-ass show on tonight without the first lady of Legacy Internet Radio, our sister and yours, comedian.
Oh yeah, here we go with that.
Lissa P.
Ow, ow.
What's up, Lissa P?
Legacy Internet Radio family, ain't no half stepping with Marcus J. Fans and friends, loved ones. What's going on, y'all?
Be chilling, man. How you doing over there?
I am doing great after a great weekend with the ladies take over Legacy Internet Radio
that
went down this past Saturday. I can't thank those ladies enough. You know who you are. But yeah, thank you so much for having me, and to all the sexy faces in the building. Hey, y'all.
It was
look
so good.
I'm excited. I'm ready to go. Let's go.
We got a couple of hits in here on social media. We getting already. My brother Mike in Jersey City is checking us out. Our sister Neek, who joins us here in studio from time to time, is checking us out. Our brother Trayvon is checking us out. And Neek is actually saying she's sending love to all us from the living room. So she's checking us out. So love to you too, sis. We appreciate you. I don't want to really get too heavy because we got a real dope show here. But I do want to I think we would be remiss because we have so much that we need to get to tonight that I don't want to spend a lot of time asking the question that I normally ask, which is, what the hell? But I'm going to ask an abbreviated version of what the hell. And what I really want to kind of allude to, later on, I'm going to have more about this in our new segment, our history segment, our Black History Moment, our This Day in History, or whatever it is. I haven't actually found a good name for it, so I'm not sure what I'm going to call it yet. But every single show, I'm going to touch on a little bit of history, Black history. Having said that, we've got a lot going on right now in our community, and I found it very difficult lately to have discussions about what's happening in the world, in the country, particularly here with regards to what's happening in the neighborhoods where people are being killed by police. And you've got a football player who made light of it based upon his decision to protest it. And you have people that have issues with him. We're seeing videos. We're seeing dash cams. We're seeing helicopter videos. And we're seeing a lot that are giving us more of an insight as to what's happening on the ground in these interactions between citizens and police than we ever had before. What I wanted to bring to the table, and I don't want to spend a lot of time, but I do want everyone in the room to comment on this. And Lucia, I want you to comment first. Where I have become very frustrated, just Marcus J., is the dialogue that I've been having, particularly with our white brothers and sisters. Here's what's frustrating me. You have a lot of them, and when I say a lot of them, I don't know all white folk, so I can't say all white folk feel any kind of way. I could just talk about the ones that inbox me and tell me that I'm the N-word and tell me that I'm half-stepping, and the ones that say F you, Marcus J. Like, I'm really kind of only speaking about them because it's a mentality. How are you dealing with it as another black man? Because that's why I want you to go first. I had the ladies jump in here in a second. You and I have a lot of years in between us. I hope you don't mind. I'll share. I'm 42. You're in your
20s. I'm 24.
You're 24. So I was already pulled out of a car and thrown on the hood of a car before you were even born.
What?
You know what I mean? And I'll share that story offline. But I've already been through that before you were even born. And so we're talking about something that we're seeing on television now. 2016, the first time this happened to me was on February 20th, 1990. It was the first time it happened to me. First time.
Right.
So I want to know your opinion.
Okay. Well, just so I am clear, what exactly is the question? What specifically?
Basically, it wasn't really one. I just kind of got on a soapbox and then jumped off of it without really setting the agenda. But what I really want to talk about is our feeling about what we're seeing.
Okay.
And knowing that we have to live in this country, not just, we don't live in a black world.
Right.
We live in a world where we have to share it with the default race in this country.
Right.
I call them the default. I'm not going to call them the majority anymore because we're not minorities.
Okay.
They're the default. And I found, just in my relation, some of them going to be in their feelings even hearing me say this, and that's kind of a them problem, but I found that a lot of them have been very insensitive to some of the things that are going on by virtue of how they've come at me and called me a race baiter and all of these things that they're saying to me that I'm getting in social media.
Right.
So as another black man,
right.
I'm just asking you what your experience and your opinion is about what's going on.
Okay, yeah. I mean, insensitive, I think, is the right word for a lot of individuals, especially that are not, of the same ethnicity. I've noticed that. I mean, I've noticed for a long time, really, and now it's just being really blown up in our faces, even more so because people are taking a stand. People are coming out and expressing, what we see as right or what we see as not even really just right, but what we see is trying to gain some type of equality, trying to gain some type of light shed on a situation that is very daunting and very disheartening. And my experience has been, trying to block it out for the most part, but at the same time being present and aware and just showing like, look, this isn't the way you're seeing things is not accurate, in that it's very not only is it insensitive, but it's downright disrespectful to a lot of people. And I mean, from my perspective, what I've been doing is just speaking up when I can speak up and just say, look, this is what's going down. And honestly, like, I was going to teach a class in Charlottesville, and I'm on topic still, just prefacing it with this. I was going to teach a class in Charlottesville, and the woman who studio I was going to teach at, we had a conversation about that specifically. She dealt with a lot of the same things. This woman's white. She looks white. She appears to be white. And she was just sharing with me, that she felt from her perspective that it really took more people that were white coming out and saying, what's going on is wrong. Because a lot of times when you have a brother, you have a sister speaking out and saying this is wrong, there's blind eyes and deaf ears. That's but when you have somebody that looks like you, sounds like you, relates to you, speaking out, then it makes a lot of a difference. And don't get me wrong, a lot of times people like that get ignored too, but it makes more of a difference. And I tend to agree with that woman that I spoke with, in Charlottesville. So that's kind of what I've been noticing.
Let me ask you one more question and be brief with your answer so I can move to the ladies. But have you found yourself getting frustrated?
Yes.
Frustrated in your conversations with non-black people with regards to what's happening to us historically?
Right. Yeah, but at the same time, I don't really engage too much because it's like I don't spend my time with individuals like that for the most part. So
right. First lady, jump in here. You and I have had conversations on and offline about that. First of all, shout out to Red, our sister Red Blue. B Red Blue is checking us out. Peace to you. Thank you for checking us out. First lady, jump in here.
Again, I honestly just think, it has to start with us. Of course, a lot of things are being brought to our attention because of technology, with people videotaping and, things like that coming out on social media with Facebook Live. But again, until we see that it starts again with us and our communities, starting with our leaders, with our votes, then things will remain the same. So don't forget, in order for laws to change, again, we have to start with us. We have to start again by voting in our local folks and then going on to the presidential. Because again, people, hey, you can mark me, you can tag me, you can say whatever you want to say about me, but I say that again, everybody needs to watch this debate tonight, because I feel come November, that's going to determine what boat the black folks get on the day after the election. So again, you better pay attention, and it starts with all of us. It has nothing to do, again, with the white folks. We need to stop blaming them. It's us. So until we want things to change, we have to get ourselves together and do what we need to do. So whatever that is, or wherever anybody wants to start or make a stand, or I'm not marching no more either, again, it starts with us. So what are we going to start doing?
Absolutely, 100% agree with everything you just said. Diva, jump in here. What's your thoughts?
I definitely agree with Alyssa P. on, attacking the local government and, courts and things of that sort. I've had several debates with people on Facebook about, Obama has done nothing. They blame, President Obama for everything. And they don't even really understand that the president doesn't rule the country for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, he is a figurehead. He is someone who, he's the face. But you have other entities, the legal system, that allows certain things to happen. And we're not addressing that. We just want to blame, the president for everything, for racism that has existed here since the beginning of time here.
Right.
So, I've had several debates about it, and I definitely agree we need to, band together as a community. We need to petition against the courts and other, local entities, the city council, or whoever we need to address them.
Right.
Instead of blaming the higher-ups who, are very disconnected with the community.
Well, I like what you said because you just spoke to solutions. Yes. Because a lot of times we spend a lot of time, Shayna, a lot of times what we do is we talk about this stuff and then we don't offer solutions. What's your thoughts on this discussion?
Personally, it just hits home for me to see all of these Black African-American men get killed week after week after week after week. The same thing happens over and over again, and there's nothing. Sure, they're going to charge that police officer with blah, blah, blah. Yeah, they'll charge her just to shut us up, but the law says you're innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. So when she goes to court, who really thinks that she's going to get anything? We've seen this over and over and over again, and I think the change is going to have to begin with us to start spending our money in the Black community, start building our own. We can build Black Wall Street again.
Yes, I definitely.
Can I just say something really quick? And I so agree with you, Shayna. And then because I hear also when Marcus J talks about group economics. But honestly, because for real, it's going to start with us, so the truth hurts. Author Charisma, if I came to you and I say, yo, I'm about to start our own Black bank, and I want you to be real, seriously, be honest, honest. And if I said I need $1,000 by tomorrow, are you going to give it to me, Charisma?
I don't have it to give. I will give you what I can.
Okay, but would you really? Okay, let's say you had $800. Would you give me $400 if I told you? I mean, you just knowing me right now, know that I have no banking background. I don't have anything. Right. And I said, okay, I'm going to be the one to start the change. Okay, Charisma, so I want to start the bank. Will you give me $400 to start? Be honest. Are you going to give me $400?
Any background?
Exactly. Okay, I'm done.
I would. But let me say this.
It's too much hesitation.
Let me say this.
Hesitation. You don't even. Okay, go ahead.
Let me say this. I want to put my money in the Black bank, the Black business, the Black everything. That's always been my first foremost thing. That's why I have a group for it, to highlight Black businesses in this area. But when you said you don't have any background in it, then I look at it as my investment is going down the drain.
But I want you to help me. I want us all to start. I mean, okay, well, fine. If I don't have the banking background, then I may know.
We need to get
banker.
somebody with a banking background.
Okay, so if I say, okay, if you give me your $400, then I can start it. Are you still going to trust me? Even though me and you cool, are you still going to trust me?
And you have banking background now?
But I have somebody who can
will
start a bank. Yeah.
Yeah, I would do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would
That's
do
good.
that.
I can dig it. I know exactly where First Lady is going because we've had conversations about how we don't trust one another. And, I don't want to speak for you. Please cut me off if that's not, so that's, because we don't trust one another. We don't say, you know what, I trust the First Lady with the money that I want to put up. She's got a plan. You know what, I'm going to trust her to just go ahead and rock with it, just off of the strength of her having the vision and the power. But then we'll go buy Chinese food through, clear, bulletproof glass. You know what I mean? And we've heard stories about how they not putting chicken in the chicken, but we'll still go buy it. You know what I mean? And so I'm not trying to disparage our Chinese brothers and sisters, but I am trying to highlight the fact that we have a natural distrust for one another. Without getting too much into my own personal stuff, I have absolutely put my money where my mouth is when it comes to that. And it's important that we do that. because we need to show other black people that we can do this. You know, the thing is with us, we a bunch of punks and we're a bunch of followers. We're a bunch of punks because most of us won't do it, and we're a bunch of followers because the ones who won't do it will follow the ones who did it and it was successful. And that's a problem. That's a problem because most of the successful communities that we watch right now are, you know, Latino brothers and sisters. We watch them, they ain't doing nothing that we wasn't doing. If you look at how those family structures, we used to laugh about how they would all pile up in a small ass car. But the reality is we used to do that. The reality is, the fact is, they might have one person who will come to your hood who buys a house and brings in his brother and his sister, his brother and sister's kids, his brother and sister's kids, and you got 10 people or 20 people living in a 3-bedroom house. And they doing it until they can get enough money so that one of them families can go buy another house. So then they'll split. But then they'll do it again until another one of those couples can buy another house, and then they'll split again. And guess what? Now everybody's good. If everybody in this room, and I'm going to introduce our next person here in just a moment. If everybody in this room, and there's 6 of us, we all came up with enough money that came up to say $1,000 or whatever it was, and we put it together and we started a business and we all can benefit from it, then we all going to eat. I grew up in a neighborhood where it was very, very populated. If you have a corner store in a very populated area, let's say, I don't know, 50,000 people live within walking distance of that corner store, especially if you're dealing with a food bank, a food desert, where they don't have no grocery store. Well, guess what? You got to get your milk. You got to get your bread. And so if you got a store that has 50,000 people who have access to that store, and half of them spend $10 a week, I'm not great with math, but our listeners are. They got their calculators out. Figure out how much money you just made that week. Just figure it out. So this is where I get frustrated. Ain't no half step with Marcus J, live from the Den. Legacy Internet Radio. I get frustrated because we don't do that with each other. We getting a couple of hits on social media. Our sister Takara Rashida Felix is checking us out. What's up, sis? My brother Kenny D Chavis is checking us out in Jersey City. And guess what, y'all? My mama watch it, y'all.
Hey, mama.
My mama watch it. Hey, mom. Hey, and our sister Nikki Brown is checking us out as well. She's shouting you out. Shana, she's saying peace.
Hi, Nikki.
Our next person you hear on this show, ain't no hashtag with Marcus J. Occasionally, you probably hear her more on the Tuesday night show and live in radio with our brother, Mr. LP Steven Sykes. It don't matter where you hear her. She's our sister and yours. What's up, Ashley? How you doing?
Pretty good. How you guys doing?
We're doing all right, man. You hear this is everything that's going on. What's your comment?
You know, and I hope that I articulate myself well enough for you guys to understand. But one thing that is different between our struggle now and our struggle in the 60s, 50s, 40s, and even through the Jim Crow era is our education and our access and our network. These are things that we do have. We do have black banks. The sister mentioned a black bank. One of my banks is a black-owned bank, you know. We do have businesses. We can open businesses. There were more than one Black Wall Street, you know. And I mean, one got attacked and was destroyed, but there are others. And we can continue every day to build Black Wall Street. I drive up and down Hall Street every day. I'm like, this is a severe possibility of being a Black Wall Street. In Washington, D.C., we had U Street. I mean, it could be another Black Wall Street. We have the access to education. We have the access to finances that we just didn't have before. The issue then, I believe, is because we have those accesses now, we are now lazy and we don't fight like we used to, because at some point we felt like we got here, we're good. And so we forgot that there's still another mile or two to go. We haven't yet reached the finish line of this marathon. Even though we're not at the starting blocks anymore, we might have hit the first, 5 miles, but we still have a ways to go. And that's the struggle that I have when I look at people. I'm born upper middle class Black, and I say that so you understand where I'm coming from, because a lot of the people that I grew up with, they now have very wonderful and very successful jobs. but they forget that just because your success began doesn't mean that racism ended. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so they'll say, oh, there's no more racism. No, sweetie, there is. It's just that when you get to a certain level, the new color is green. So maybe that white person might not call you the N-word to your face because everybody wants money. So them not calling you that is really just a part of the job. But let's think when they get home, the jokes still fly. I mean, I have white friends who tell me, Ashley, this is what my granddad, this is what my dad, this is what my homie says. Right. You know, so it's not like, you know, white people aren't exchanging in these jokes. It's not like they're not, that racism isn't there, because it is there. It's just, it's not just black and white. It's black, white, and green. But we forget, oftentimes, when black people get successful, they forget what really is still going on. Right. And we as a people might turn our fingers and say, well, it's your fault that you didn't do this. Your fault you got shot. You didn't comply. But it's like, come on, though. You're forgetting that there is a struggle. But as an entire race, I feel like we all forgot.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. I think a lot of people were awakened with the latest string of shootings and killings of our brothers and sisters in the street. I think it started with Trayvon Martin, and it has come all the way up to our brother Crutcher and our brother, I can't remember the fella in Charlotte, but I'm thinking of the other brother. So my apologies for not having
so many of
Scott.
them.
Yeah, the brother in Charlotte, Scott, and it has been so many of us, so many of them. I mean, even before all of that, you know, I started this show in 2011 and 2012 and 13, and even in 14. I was reading names of these cats on the show. You know what I mean? Last year in 15, I think I had gotten up to like 20 people in the last few years that this had happened to. And I'm going to have the last word on this. I'm going to take a break so we can go into the Diva Diaries. We can get that timely. But I get frustrated. It's the reason why I asked Lucia specifically as another black man. I get frustrated having the conversation, particularly with white people. And white folk get in their feelings every time you say white people. Like, no, white people. Y'all white, we black. Get over yourself.
They say black people.
You get over the fact that I have an opinion about you being different than me. Let's start there. Let's start there. But I have gotten to the point where I'm no longer interested in beating my head on the wall, having a conversation with a person who will even go as far as to say, F Black Lives Matter. Somebody said that to me and to others.
Wow.
This person was someone who has made a point in the past to say we need to do better as a country, as a community, to get together and bond together. That's the normal conversation that I had been having with a lot of our white brothers and sisters. They're okay with that course of the conversation up to and including the point when your fist goes in the air and you say things are happening to people that look like me and I have a problem with it. The fact that anybody would look at someone else's plight and say F that tells me that it's no longer within my interest to even take the time to have a conversation educating you on anything, because it's a waste of my time. You're not going to get it, and you don't want to get it. Ain't no how Steppin, Marcus J, live from the Den, Legacy Internet Radio. Couple of shout outs that I'm going to get here from the folks right here in Facebook Live. Shout out to my sister Melanie in the Shy. She is saying that she is here. Thank you for checking us out, sis. Our sister LM is checking us out. She's saying a special shout out to yours truly, as well as the Dating Pool Diva. We're going to take our first break of the night, and then when we get back, we are going to have the Diva Diaries with our sister, the Dating Pool Diva. She's our sponsor. She is our Free Spirit Enterprises sponsor, and we're going to have a word from her. Marcus J and the entire crew rocking with you. Ain't no half stepping with yours truly. Be back in a few.
Warren Ballantyne, number one truth writer in America, and I'm listening to my man, my brother, Marcus. Hey, this is Warren Ballantyne, the number one truth writer in America, and I'm listening to my man, my brother, Marcus J, right here on Legacy Internet Radio.